A train reactor spin fire. The NFT analyzer. Diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From memecoins to tokens.
Was that a record like 20 minutes late? Killing it. What's up, guys? Good morning. Happy Wednesday, man. We don't got time to waste. Right to the damn show, guys. Starting with looking at crypto here. Let's just start it off. How we looking? Not great. Although, no. Hang on. What do I see here? Oh, we'll take it, man. We're actually up in the green right now. Bitcoin 66.4, up 0.1%. Hey, man, it ain't much, but it's not looking great out there. We'll take that. ETH up the same, 0.1. Just over 3,300. Solana 182. Solana outperforming the rest. Guys, some rumors out there that Ripple, XRP, maybe some ETFs on the horizon there. Interesting stuff there. Wouldn't shock me, too. They've been through the ringer, so if anybody deserves to have a little more immediate success, man, it's them. It's definitely them. I don't know. I mean, it's moving right now. That's movement. I mean, yeah. Dude, clusterfuck before the show. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. Camera didn't work. Thumbnail. I hope you look at the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail of today's show. Absolute bullshit. Like, accidentally deleted some assets and then it wouldn't download. It was chaos. It was absolute chaos before I made it. I'm not going to not do the show. I'll do the show with no thumbnail. I'll do it from my phone. I'll do it if one way or another it's getting done. So we made it. Like drooling faces, I'm assuming, Lemon. ETFs. Somehow, some way, I gotta blend. I gotta like merge these two shows, the Morning Inside NFTs and this one, because I'm covering a lot of the same stuff. But believe it or not, there's people who watch each of them separate. Some of you guys tune into both, which is awesome. But if you watch this morning, little review for you here. Bitcoin ETFs, 18 million in outflows yesterday. ETH ETFs, kind of the opposite. Finally, first time since the first day of ETFs being tradable, actually positive. 33 mil. There is an ETF for ETH that we're not showing here. It's iShares. Part of me wonders if it's 21 shares, if that's actually it, or if it's Invesco, but the numbers didn't match up, right? The numbers didn't match up with a tweet I'll show you here from Nate Karachi that iShares is a top 10 or top 15 performing ETF this year across the board out of hundreds of new ETFs. There it is. iShares Ethereum ETF top 15 inflows for all of the ETFs launched this year, which is really, really impressive. Again, I don't see it here. It can't be Invesco because they only have 14 mil. And that couldn't be 21 shares, only 7.5, right? So if it's just the name, I mean, hey, it could be this. It could be BlackRock's. Is BlackRock's ETF named iShares? That could be it. Maybe I should check that out. Let's cheat. Let's look. BlackRock ETH ETF. Let's see. Oh, it is. Okay. All right. That answers that, guys. It is BlackRock's ETF. That's the iShares ETF. Top 15 performer in all of ETFs this year. Really good. Really good. Lemon, that was so fucking funny. I got to go back and listen to it, but I didn't hear it. I think it's the mic. Oh, that's on my my AirPods, which are fucked. I put them through the washing machine, and now the right one doesn't charge at all, and I think they're all fucked up. So, what can you do? What can you freaking do? All right, I'm watching for Forgotten Runeverse, guys. Beta's live this morning. And as soon as I see somebody streaming like Kagi-Jan or Kagi-Yan, I don't know how to say his name, but I love the dude. As soon as he streams, I want to put that on. I actually want to show some footage from him. I love that dude. Let me put him up on the screen. I'll do a little shilling of Kagi. I don't know. I mean, I think some people got some opinions on Kagi. He's a little what's the word? Kagi don't give a fuck, man. Kagi talks about what he wants to talk about, and he makes his political leanings very, very clear. I love the guy. I think he's awesome. Makes great content. Really, like, it was really nice to me when I started out this channel. Like, he checked it out and gave feedback. He put it up on his channel. Like, he liked it, and he was really, really nice. And then you guys remember for a while I was with the NFT Live guys, right? The Web3 crew, Gifted, Nifty Q, Biggie Poppins. I miss those guys like crazy. I really do. But he connected us, right? They're buddies. Kagi and I met briefly, and then, again, he connected us. We started doing that show together. I missed that one, man. I miss it. I'd love to do a little reunion or something. I'll have to talk to Q. Q, if you're watching, let's give the people what they want. But yeah, no, they put on that show for a long ass time. I think NFT Live was the longest running NFT like daily show, period. Like they were ahead of the curve. That simple. They were ahead of the curve. At this point now, Nifty Q and Biggie Poppins do a daily Say show. So if you like the Say ecosystem, check them out. It's called Say What. In fact, let's put that up on the screen here. But yeah, follow these guys. They're good friends. Really good dudes. Nifty Q? I think a lot of you guys know him already. Nifty Q right there. Say What every morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And then Biggie Poppins. I'll throw him up on the screen in a minute here. Love that dude. Anyway. Good dudes, good content. I'm watching Kagi for when Forgotten Runeverse gameplay goes live. So, okay, it's the beta. Live today. We're going to see a lot of footage out there. I want to check this game out. I've talked about it here. Very JRPG slash MMO RPG, kind of genre gameplay aesthetic. Looks awesome. Like, looks really, really good. So you'll have, like, Forgotten Runeverse holders that are going to get to play this game. And remember, they just migrated to Ronin. This just happened in the past couple weeks here. So this is going to be a big, big Ronin game. It's going to be one of their top games. I'm pretty sure about that. And I want to see how it works, how it looks when people are playing. Maybe can sneak into the beta play 2. Whitelist mostly given out. Kagi did have some. I missed out on that, but I would love to get my hands on and play that a bit. So we'll keep looking there. Man, kind of like yesterday, though, got to talk meme coins and obviously Solana meme coins. Because it's getting stupid. All right, check it out. We talked, okay, at the very end of the episode yesterday, we started talking about Dumpy.fun, right? So platform to short meme coins. And actually, I think to trade on leverage too, right? Dumpy.fun. Man, I'm glad I don't look for like, I don't search fucked up stuff, really. Otherwise, like, I'm not doing, maybe I should start doing all my stuff on a separate, like, browser, like, profile or whatever. Man, in my heyday, my younger years, I wouldn't dare share my browser search, like the auto-populate shit. It would be a nightmare. But yeah, I'm a little more tame now, which is good. Anyway, Dumpy.fun, short whiff, short soul, trade on leverage. Oh, they added when? Okay, so add more tokens to this. This is in beta. So it's beta. Man, leverage is going to wreck people. Interesting. Okay. Random point here, guys. I noticed this on maybe Jupiter, or I'm trying to think. Photon maybe. What I noticed is some of these platforms, some of these Solana exchanges, they default your slippage to a really fucking high percent, right? Uniswap, it's 0.5% default. That's what it sets your slippage to. I traded on, I'm gonna say Photon. I traded on Photon going back a couple months. It defaults to 20% slippage, and I never checked it. I played it like a total noob, and I got in at a good entry on a certain token, and basically got wrecked. I think it was Mother. So this might be going back even more than a month ago, but 20% slippage, got wrecked on it basically. At best broke even, at the point I got in. And I don't know if it's by design, if they're taking advantage, or if it's just maybe devs needing to be a little more thoughtful here. But that has happened on multiple platforms here on Solana, and I've seen people talking about this lately. It's a problem, man, because a lot of people, if Solana is where I think we're going to onboard people because it's so easy to use, please don't invite them in and fuck them immediately. And that's exactly what you're doing when you charge, when you have slippage set at 20%, but even 3% and 5%, right? The default should not be 2%. Put the default at 0.5% and let people try to figure out why their transaction's not going through. Don't default it high. That is really fucked up to traders, again, especially the new ones. But I'm experienced. I'm not expert, but I'm experienced. I know my way around. I know what slippage is. And I just didn't think to trade it because it was in the heat of the moment trying to move quick, and I would not dream that it's defaulted to 20%. So it's pretty fucked up. Okay, Solana feels overhyped. Good to see you, by the way. Solana feels overhyped. Use it 3 times. Always got to retry 3. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'm curious when you tried it because transactions should be fixed now. It used to be brutal, like really hard to get transactions through, and I've had no problems anymore. This is going back, maybe a month. They actually upgraded the chain, and it's way better. It's way better. But I'm telling you, 2% is crazy. It was 20%, and I think it was Photon. I'm pretty sure it's Photon. 20%. Yep. They do not care, man. It's bullshit. That has to get fixed. There needs to be enough outcry there. Yeah. Good morning, Cosmos. 20 and I couldn't it didn't even register. I didn't realize until I saw the token was up a good amount, right? And again, it was Mother. So token was up pretty good, and I was looking, I'm like, okay, I should be up. I should consider selling, and I wasn't even at even. Or I was just at break even, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I'm looking, and then I go and look on the on the swap, and I see the default at 20%. I check the slippage. I'm like, oh, come on. Like, what a bummer to get in early and to actually be up in theory, to actually have won and played it right, and you fucked it up. So yeah, bummer. By the way, reminder, guys, if you have not claimed your CryptoSlam NFT yet, go claim that bitch, man. We got 7 days to go here in the preseason. Now, there'll be a season 1, there'll be a season 2, but there's definitely an advantage to being in the preseason to get in your whitelist in the first round here. So if you got a whitelist and you had not claimed yet, hope you claimed already, but if not, make sure you claim it. You got a week left. Yeah, they now I think the upgrades to the blockchain was over a month ago, but it's I've not had any transactions failing anymore, and it was a problem. Like there was so much volume on the blockchain, it was broken. It was broken, but they did fix it, which is cool. Jupiter's is high too, isn't it? By the way, I think today, if you're eligible for their airdrop, I think today's the last day you can claim your airdrop, right? Am I right about that? There's something going on. I think it's their second round, their second claim, whatever. But today's definitely a deadline there in the Jupiter ecosystem. So if you were eligible, yeah, okay. Claim your Jupe airdrop before the window closes. That does end today. So you got to go to Jupiter if you've been using that platform and claim your airdrop. Because that does end. All right, I just went on Jupiter. 3% max is what it's set right now, which is still kind of high. But if it's dynamic, if it's smart, and it only adjusts it if it needs to, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, no, I cannot for the life of me remember if it was here or Photon. Kind of think it was here. Let's see. There, yeah, it's Photon. Check it out. Default slippage is 20% here. How fucked is that? Yeah, three makes sense, and again, especially if it's dynamic, but 20% here on Photon's wild, wild. Like that's crazy. Yeah, yeah, Jupiter hyped and probably deservingly so with how much action, like how much attention's over in that Solana ecosystem now. Pump.fun hit another record revenue past 24 hours. I think something like 3 mil. Pump.fun's ridiculous. And man, just a great sign of what's coming. Something else that just caught my attention just this morning, another new Solana shitcoin ecosystem platform, makenow.meme. So you literally launched tokens here via a tweet. This reminds me of something we saw over on, I believe, Arbitrum much earlier in the year. But we were launching shit coins just from tweeting, and a lot of people were starting to get banned from. This is actually a big concern. People are starting to get banned because of it, which you can understand, right? It looks like real suspicious type of activity on X. But man, you just tweet. You tweet the ticker name, a description. You got to at. What is it? Makenow.meme. You gotta at them. You should drop an image in there or a video. Oh, here's the real step-by-step. Okay, tweet beginning with the ticker. So the sign and name, description, tag them, attach video. Now here's what's interesting here, and here's why I don't know if this will catch. So it replies to you with a link to the token. Oh, maybe we should try this live to see how that works, right? Because you launching a token, you don't get token by default. You either got to go claim or you have to buy. And here's what's interesting. I wonder if makenow.meme actually sells you the token. If that's how they're making money right out of the gate, you got to buy token from them. And even if it's a little bit, right, they're just making like the equivalent of a fee. It's a real interesting way to distribute a token and have it be kind of a fair launch depending on the cost. Something interesting, but I think that might keep it from working. Like, oh, they're a total Pump.fun ripoff, which, important to note, very easy to replicate what Pump.fun did. They got the culture now, though, so they got that first mover advantage, and again, they've got the support of the community. Might be hard to knock off, but very similar thing with Polymarket. These are platforms a lot of people out there got the skill set to make. Who's the best marketers? Who can get the most attention? Who can build maybe the best UI? And that's what's going to cause separation here. But no different than NFTs being so easy to mint and meme coins now being so easy, right? And so it's so watered down. Platforms are going to get watered down too. And, that's the thesis I applied to Web3 gaming too. It's why I don't think it's going to be as big. It'll be as big as people think, but in a different way. It's going to be hundreds of thousands of games with tokens that are worth nothing. And here and there, you're going to have some that just absolutely like crush, like crazy prices. But it's not going to be this like mania like people were thinking, like this mania of game tokens all moon, and like that's not going to happen. And again, it's because it's going to be so easy to do. Oh man, there's like, I probably got to not put that on the screen, huh? But here it is. Here's the site, and I just got to figure out how you go and claim your token if you got to pay. If it's just grab a chunk of the supply, how do they stop you from claiming all of it? Man, I'd like to run through it. Should we do it? Should we do it, or should I don't know. Maybe I need to test that on my own separately here. I'd love to find some examples of people launching it. Yeah, let's look through some examples out there. All right, early. Yeah, let's see if we can follow along, see what that process looks like. Would you guys use this though, or would you stick to Pump.fun, or none of the above? Probably. Okay. So here's somebody launching. I want to see where they get the reply with a link to it. Probably help if it was in English for me. Do these instantly make it to radium? Yeah, we got to find out the criteria. And honestly, watch these early tokens. If these find success, man, look out. We might have another winning platform here. Is that, I don't know. Again, I'm looking live. I'm just seeing this for the first time. But is that an $80,000 market cap? Interesting, man. Man, Solana's just growing so quickly here. I want to find a couple other examples here. Okay, he launched Hulk. Man. Dude's going ham launching tokens. Oh, okay, what else? This always gets me in the shitcoiny kind of mood for whatever reason. Good morning, Dad. Good to see you, man. Okay, so DGen News picked this up. Man, this is going to cook, isn't it? This is going to cook. All right, I want to find a couple other tokens launched here. And I can't put the site on the screen. I got to find it. Well, actually, let me take it off screen. I got to look for an SFW filter there. It's a little not okay for the stream. I don't think they got a filter. All right, a few tokens are at like an $80,000 market cap. That's their top token. So we've not seen anything really. Oh, guys, we got to watch this. If the top tokens are under $100,000 market caps, man, one of these is going to cook. One of these will take off. Oh, somebody launched a Nero. All right, somebody just launched a Nero. Now, this is what I'm trying to watch and see. Where do they get the link to the token? Does it show up right in their replies, or do I got to look at their feed and their mentions? Yeah, we got to find that. Oh, yeah, makes sense. We can look right at their replies here. Okay. I feel like their platform's not working right. I like it, Eduardo. I really like that mint. I just think the market's such shit. So it's cheap enough to mint, 0.0014, cheap enough to mint, but I don't have high. It's not going to cook, man. It's not going to be like Aeons at all. It will not be like Aeons. Not going to get close to. Aeons got close to 0.01, right? Actually, it got 0.013, I think, is where it peaked. Somewhere in that ballpark. It's not going to do that. Maybe like 0.006, 0.005. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to do the same. Actually, let's peek at that. We'll come back to memecoin stuff. But it looks really, really, really rough. Look at Puppet's 0.07, guys. These were double like a week ago, weren't they? Maybe 2 weeks ago? They're in a rough spot. Real rough spot. Puppet's at 0.07. NodeMonk's at 0.11 is crazy. These are going to fall under 0.1 as well, aren't they? Because, man, short term, there's no catalyst for these to turn around. Like, nothing. Nothing. I think August is going to be a good month for crypto, by the way. FOMC, whatever the fuck. Later today, I don't think we're getting an interest rate cut today. We're probably a couple months off from that. But August is shaping up, supposedly. I take this from other experts to be good. Oh, these already started minting. Huh. All right. Yeah, we'll watch that. I mean, it's a 2x right now. 2x on this. I don't expect anything big on these. Supply 7, almost 8,000. 3-4x in that. And for a short term, yeah, just I don't. It's just garbage there right now. And how many people are dumping some of these things to go get in the mint to go, get their 2-3x whatever? It's not good right now. Yeah. You know what? Some rare ones, 0.01, 0.02, 0.03. You know what? Yeah, some rare ones will get sold for sure. Those things, okay, that's a good point. Any mint that's got enough attention, always worth playing for that lotto ticket, right? Scratch the ticket, you land a rare and you've got a 10x. They're always worth playing for that, especially, you're not out much. 0.0014 for a chance to play, and at worst, you're probably going to break even. So, with a mint like this, with that much attention, at worst, you break even. But most likely, you're going to 2-3x. And you got the potential for that 10x plus. So, yeah, those are always worth doing. I'm glad you said that, because that's a good reminder for me, I get a little too fuddy sometimes. I just feel that market so hard, and it's just such garbage right now. So, no, it's a good point. It's worth playing. So, Mint's going on. Let's peek at that, too. Mint's going on right now. Wonder how done it is, how far it's gotten along. Over-allocated whitelist, my understanding. I don't think it makes it to public, right? 65% minted. Some of those minted, by the way, are for this claim, I'm sure, at the end. But yeah, first come, first serve opens in 44 minutes. It's probably gone at that point. Nothing. I don't think we'll get anything in public. But worth watching. So yeah, mint it. If you get anything, let us know. Hope you get something nice and rare there. That'd be cool. Man, we got to keep an eye on this stuff. Yeah, okay. Still 80,000 market cap. I don't know what this is. I don't know what 55K is. Different platform? Different pool? I don't know. But this, I don't know. Pumped up fun competitor. A little different. It's, again, still a little different when the team can't gamify it, up front. But again, it all matters how you claim it. If you get that heads up and you get to go buy it first and it's cheap enough, you can go buy up a huge chunk of the supply, then cool. Otherwise, you're just dealing with fair launches, which probably is not fun for a lot of people, right? Like this stuff works because it's unfair, because you gamify it the right way, you win, like big. You win big. So it's possible this doesn't catch because of that. Let's check out Kaggy. Freaking Kaggy. Wonder if he's streaming yet. Again, when that's live, once the Forgotten Runeverse beta is live, I mean, I'm watching. This is just a trailer, by the way, but it looks awesome. And look, that's just combat, man, because it's an MMO. Like you get to wander and land and resources and social shit. Like it's looks really fun, really does. All right, still not live yet. All right, so we'll come back to that. Okay, Dumpy.fun. You guys heard, are people talking about this? Haha, thank you, Lemon. Yeah, smash the like, all that good stuff. I don't think I even put up a little message today, right? Scrambling last minute. But yeah, appreciate that. It does help a ton. Man, I can't wait. We're probably 2-3 weeks away from some cool announcements on the SlamX front. Should be cool. No, Eduardo, not yet. No. And I may not. Like, honestly, yeah, we'll see. There's more coming, right? I know in the future they're gonna mint more, and it's probably who knows when, later in the year, maybe next year. But I just want to feel out what's all going on. All right, 1 second, guys. BRB. What a shit show. Appreciate you guys bearing with all that. All right, cool. What else we got? Man, I kind of want to peek at NFTs, kind of, although it looks awful. It looks absolutely awful. Oh, I know. This is probably what we'll end on, obviously. I can't, because it started late, I can't do the full hour here. I got shit to get to. Oh, I'm bullish on ordinals, man. In fact, you know what's funny about that, Marty? Even in some of my like little groups, I hear people who are not bullish on ordinals, and I don't get it. I think it's a big old mistake. I'm very, very bullish on ordinals. Like I think people are missing just a very obvious thing. Like it feels like shit now because nobody's trading NFTs. And especially now with prices being awful, like I pointed this out, engagement on content is like the lowest I've seen all year. And trading action is about the lowest we've seen all year. Like, of course, prices are coming down. I don't know that it comes back in a couple weeks or a couple months. I know it is coming back, and I know we've not seen the highs of these things yet because we've not seen the high of this market yet at all. Not even close. Nowhere close to the peak of this cycle. Nowhere close. Peak of this cycle is going to be double or triple where we're at now. And I'm talking Bitcoin, there. But I'm not going to be shocked to see double, triple the floor prices that we saw earlier in this cycle. And again, NodeMonk's 0.9. That's how high they got in the first wave of this cycle, really. Not going to be surprised to see those at 2 Bitcoin floor. I'm not. So I'm not. I didn't sell my ordinals because my conviction's there. I'm still not selling them. And I think my friends that are in NFTs are making a big old mistake. No, I mean, I obviously disagree. No, yeah, I mean, I don't see it. It's you're talking rational, Marty. You're talking very rational. And that's the problem is when these guys, when Bitcoin gets to 100, 150, 200, 250, you get irrational. You get so high on life and you can't believe your fortune's changing. You're so fucking rich. It's going to happen to a bunch of these guys. Not everybody, but it's going to happen to a lot of people. And life change, and they're going to celebrate. They're going to go buy they're going to flex. They're going to buy the Lambo. They're going to buy the watches, and they're going to go buy those NFTs. Some of those guys are. You got to be smart enough to exit right then when you know that that's happening in the space. A lot of people are trying to time this for. A lot of people are going to get confused because the greed is going to kick in on the other side. No, I got to time it. It's going to go a little higher. It's going to go higher. I know it. This time it's different. That shit's going to kick in too. But without a doubt, some of those guys are going to go flex. They just got fucking loaded. They're going to buy the car. They're going to buy all that shit, and they're going to go buy a NodeMonk and or a Quantum Cat. They're going to do that. It's absolutely going to happen, and they're going to overpay. It's not rational shit. It's human nature. It's going to happen again. Hollywood, yes. Everybody said meme coins were never coming back. Everybody said like the shitcoin thing was never coming back, and it came back. And it came back bigger than before, and it's coming back even bigger than that still. To me it's a definite. To me it's a definite. Yeah. Ordinals specifically there too, by the way. And about this whole conversation, most of this is ordinals. I mean, Marty, they did. Again, Node Monks hit 0.9. 0.9. Node Monks got to basically a 1 Bitcoin floor. They did. It literally is proof right in front of us. Node Monks got to a Bitcoin floor, 0.9. Bitcoin Frogs got to a half a Bitcoin. And that was even before we really ran. That was in December. 1 day is all you need. You just have to recognize, right? Marty, that's exactly what's going to happen again. This is not a new forever thing, right? I don't believe they're going to stay that. In fact, it's all going to come crashing down and it's all going to race to zero again, just like it just did, right? That's all coming. But man, if you know how to feel out euphoria, if you know those indicators, get the fuck out. But they're going to hit those prices again. They're going to hit those prices again. Again, it's just a human nature thing. It's not like I believe the fundamentals have changed. It's definitely not a this time it's different scenario. It is this time is not different. It's going to play exactly like it did last time. And again, because we never had a full cycle with these guys, we never found that ceiling. People are going to go and explore. You know, people are going to go and speculate on them because nobody knows what that ceiling is. I just know that we didn't see the peak because that was the first little wave of it. We did not get a full cycle. We did not find the peak here. Yeah, there it is, 0.89. And absolutely right. It was just for a few days it was up in that ballpark. Touched it for a day, quickly down. You know, nobody's going to time it perfect, but man, next cycle, next time they run up, when we hit that all-time high and it gets back, and we get NFT season again, and it's lotto season, it's new mints, it's all that shit. It's a repeat of 21-22. It's just people playing that casino, new mints, hoping to mint it and flip it and shit. And people swearing they learned their lesson and they're never going to do it again, and they're going to do it again, just like they're shit coining again. If there's profits, everyone comes running into it. And we play hot potatoes like we're doing in meme coins. But that'll happen in Bitcoin. It's going to be it'll be the biggest flex out there. The prices are going to be higher. It's going to be much more attractive. The wins are going to be bigger. And it'll happen for a brief period of time. We're talking maybe a week. Maybe a couple weeks, right? I mean, it'll do exactly that again. It'll bleed out, right? But it's going to happen. That's all this is. It's why Lemon talks to us often about these cycles, these 18-year cycles, and there's 20-year cycles, and there's 80-year cycles. These are things that just happen. It is human nature. It's why patterns like this, and you see people out there tweeting, like I think Lupify does this a lot lately. Why you see people tweeting about these type of patterns? Oh shit, Frank, D-Gods does. These patterns are just reflecting human nature, but in a chart, using data. Human nature moves very specific ways, and it does it at specific times, and it does it in patterns. And they repeat over and over and over and over again. NFTs, man, I hope everybody believes they're a forever thing. They will change in the future, but what they are is never going away. And it is just these cycles of speculation, the community shit that people genuinely do love. The substance ain't there. There's no denying it. The substance is not there. But over time, that has this cumulative effect, and there is something that's bigger than just these individual collections that are, pumping, dumping, stupid shit all around it. But point there, man. The cycle happens again, and much higher, much, much, much higher than before. No, it's not. Again, I mean, I know, Marty, and you're a smart guy. I respect your opinion and the battles you've been through here. Like, Marty's a seasoned vet. Marty gets it. So trust me, I do not dismiss your opinion or your takes at all. I know that comes from experience, like all of it. Yeah, but we'll see. I'm not going to call something dead when we have not started the real run yet. Right? It's a phase. It's one of those phases. Same way I don't think meme coins are dead, and I don't think ETH NFTs are dead. I mean, they're down bad, and they have got much further to go. Bored Apes still got to go find 5 ETH, and they will. Bored Apes are going to be at 5 ETH. Doodles might flip Bored Apes. They've got, at this point, a better product, right? Like, we're not done price discovery. Like, right? We've not had price discovery on ETH yet. Price discovery got interrupted by a little bull run, a little one. It got interrupted. Otherwise, we were well on our way to finding out what NFTs were really, really worth. And we didn't get that opportunity because October, November, December happened last year. That's still to come. Bored Apes are going to go find 5 ETH or 3 ETH. Honest to God, 3 ETH. Very, very possible that happens, guys. It's really possible. And we might see Doodles flip them. I believe that. But again, the flip side, I like I said before, I don't think we ever found how high these goes, and that lets people speculate on these. You know, like, it's the great unknown that's so attractive to people, because that's where you can fantasize about, no, I'm going to retire off this shit. You can still dream that over here. I think that dream's dead on ETH for now. That dream is very much alive. I can tell you from knowing these few thousand collectors over here, they believe, like I do, that we've not seen the rush of people come in. We felt a rush of people come into that ecosystem, but we've not felt that rush of, like, everybody's like, what is it? We've not felt capitulation. Maybe it doesn't happen. It could be wrong, but we've not felt capitulation where everyone's like, fuck it, I got to do it finally, like we all did with Solana, right? Like, everybody finally went and touched Solana. A lot of these guys, I'm one of them, I believe that people are going to do that with Bitcoin to some degree, but it's why my biggest bet, and it's only one asset, but it's in Quantum Cats. It's the smallest one. It's what's going to take the least to actually make it move. I think there's ways to play this very smartly, and there's a lot of upside. And I zero in on this. I really, really zero in on Quantum Cats here. There's nobody here. There's nobody. It's dead. It's dead. It's great. It's dead. It's it does come down to conviction, and you know, like, so I talk about this with buddies when I talk about how I make my show, like how I make my show, how I iterate, how I decide what I want to do, how I come up with my game plan. When I get an idea in my head, I don't act on it yet. I let it sit there, and I just think about it, and I even tuck it away and don't think about it. But I wait to see what ideas I don't change my mind on, what ideas I don't come back and say, that's stupid. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do that. I'd kind of wait and see what ideas that have stuck with me where I'm like, that's still a good idea. Like, days later, weeks later, months later, and at this point, some of them years later, I'm like, it's still a good idea. That's because I've not, over the past year, said that's a stupid-ass idea, I was wrong. Because I've not done that, I'm like, it's the right idea. And that applies to my thoughts and feelings about some of these blockchains, NFTs, ordinals, all that stuff. My thought about Bitcoin at the very beginning, I started trading ordinals in February 2023. Like, I first learned of them in January that year, started trading them in February, was how big they're going to get, how significant they are. Like, honestly, how big of a deal it is that we suddenly have collectibles on Bitcoin, on mainnet. Now we're a year and a half later, and that feeling hasn't just not gone away. I've only believed in it more and more. Nothing has changed my mind. Everything that's happened here, the price is scaring people off, the hard-to-use-ness of it, right? All of that stuff has only furthered my conviction. I believe everything I thought back on day one, week one, whatever. I believe it now, but much stronger, much stronger. Yeah, that's true, too. No, I still, so Marty, a little difference there. I think the world's, I think clearly things are going to shit again, and I think stuff like that, it'll look a little different, but I think things happen again. Something's gonna happen again. Our currency and the state of the world right now, it's I don't think it's stable. It's stabilized from then, but there's more to come there. There's another chapter still to write there. And again, it's why my bets are in specific thing, and I just keep zeroing in on Quantum Cats. All that one needs is a couple Bitcoin maxis and whales to have it click, and they're like, that's the one. They've been positioning themselves as the builders, the innovators on Bitcoin to some degree. That's what they've done. My bet's on those guys. Yeah. Oh, and that AI is going to force this to happen. AI shifts everything to such a degree it makes COVID money printing, look like a joke. Everything is changing. We are at the very beginning, later at the beginning, but still at the beginning of like a fundamental change to everything. I've tried telling my kids here and there, and like I don't know how to say it the right way, but like you guys might not have jobs, you might not work. It's all going to change, and man, the way we look at money and value it and use it's all going to change here. Now we're talking over the next few decades, but none of the way we'd apply our previous life experience and use that to predict things going forward, it's out the window now. They're changing all the rules to everything. And part of that's because blockchain's forcing them to. And maybe that's an important point. Blockchain is forcing them to. And that means all eyes are on this right now. And man, we have an endless base of users still to come here. Everyone. It's everybody. So it's going to get fun. And I still would argue there's not a lot of these collections. And I argue that the busier it gets on the network, right, the more people do get excited, the less new collections there are because fees get so high, and it really does force people into those, those tried and true, those OG projects. It's a really, really interesting scenario on Bitcoin. If and when it happens, guys, I'm not going to do an I told you so. It is a really hard scenario to see, given how the past, year and a half has gone in NFTs. Honestly, I get it. It's hard to picture, but once I saw it last year, I couldn't unsee it, and I see it very clearly now too. So it's going to be fun. That's all I know. AI is going to get wild. I can't wait. And this is stuff, man, I got so little experience with all that, but yes, I know there's fuckery afoot, and I know that everything is going to change. I know. It's going to get fun. That I know for fucking sure. It's going to get fun out there. Coming from a guy who thought COVID was fun, so grain of salt, right? But we definitely got interesting times ahead. Oh, okay. I got on Bitcoin for a specific reason here too, guys. Boom. Okay, Tap Protocol breaking achieved the impossible on L1 Bitcoin. You guys got any guesses what that is? I think I know what's up. And it wasn't my original thoughts or investigation. It's from some guys in my little gang, but some of the guys I know, they're pretty plugged in, know what this is. I'll give you a minute, guys, because I'm really curious if you guys can guess what that is. What do you think Tap Protocol's got? Come on, Kaggy, get online. Home of DeFi and dApps on L1 Bitcoin. Okay. I wonder when they're going to actually announce this, but... All right, I'm going to say it. It sounds like they've figured out smart contracts on Bitcoin, L1. So here's what's going to get interesting. I think it's on testnet, right? I think it's got to be on testnet right now. Did they use Opcat? Did it take Opcat to implement that, or did they somehow figure it out without? And I'm not technical enough to even go deeper than that. I don't know. But yeah, it is smart contracts. L1 Bitcoin is what the guys again who work in the Bitcoin space have said. That's what they did. And again, we knew that was coming with Opcat. So again, if this is on testnet, that makes a lot of sense because Opcat's live over there. So maybe they did it. Maybe they cracked the code. That's going to be their next announcement when it's time to actually reveal it. But that is what they're hinting at here. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Yeah, I would think so, Dead. And that's why I'm only not saying for sure it's Opcat because I just am not that technical. I'm pretty techie, but I'm not like developer techie, and I don't know. So assuming it's Opcat on testnet, it's Signet, right? I think it's Signet. But that's what they got going on. So that's gonna, man, it's yet another one of those things that has me bullish on Bitcoin. Like, yes, everybody talks about it as digital gold, and it's this thing that's gonna change, currency, and governments are adopting it. But also the fact that there's now utility for Bitcoin is crazy. To me, that's crazy, and it's a whole other thing that puts pressure on Bitcoin. Right. Well, I mean, Opcat is not not a platform, right? And again, I don't know. I'm asking, but Opcat's opcode. It's code that will be baked into L1 Bitcoin. So it could be like in my head that could be correct. It would still be on L1 because Opcat's going to be on L1. It's going to be part of the operational code. But man, smart contracts on Bitcoin again just add. I mean, they make fees go up. Yeah, they do all that stuff, but it brings more utility to Bitcoin, which has to some degree become a meme, but you can't deny having some utility for Bitcoin beyond just, digital gold. It's not a negative. So pretty cool, guys. Yeah, make sure you're following Tap Protocol. I should do that myself. Follow Tap Protocol and keep up on this because they're certainly cooking. But yeah, big old deal. Big old deal. And I'll tell you what, man, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now the way we are right now, feeling a little like kind of, what's the word? Like down on the market, down on the space right now. Maybe to the same degree if all the German Bitcoin stuff and the Mt. Gox Bitcoin stuff wasn't happening. Like in total, what are we talking? Like $13-14 billion of Bitcoin kind of making it out in the world? Again, between Germany and Mt. Gox. If it weren't for that, after the bullishness from the Bitcoin conference, I would like to think we're hitting all-time highs probably around now. And I have a feeling we're going to see it soon in the next week, next month or two. And then, guys, the FTX money, $15 billion, not in crypto, but in cash, is making it back to people using that platform. Those are crypto people. Guys, those are crypto people that bought crypto in the past. They're going to buy crypto again. Not all $15 billion worth, $15 billion, but man, I mean, $3 billion out of that? I mean, seems reasonable. And we see what $3 billion does to the market right now. It knocks us on our ass for a little bit. All right, so yeah, Mt. Gox this morning moved $3 billion to some other wallets, I think maybe going to exchanges. And then they got $3 billion left, and then we're done with Mt. Gox. Now, once it gets to exchanges, guys, it can take up to 2 months, I believe, to actually make it to the users, right? So maybe we're still dealing with this for a couple months, but we're closer to the other side of this, and then very close to October, November, which that's when FTX happens. All that money coming back. All that money coming back. And again, a chunk of that's going right back into crypto. And just remember, again, we're not going to talk technicals. We're talking human nature. You saw it. You saw your timeline when people were shopping for homes, right? Tweeting Zillow, tweeting their watches, tweeting their cars. We haven't had that this cycle yet. We have to a little degree because of meme coins, like Boom and Whiff and all that shit. We got a little taste of it. Little taste. We didn't get the real thing. It was warm up. So remember what that was like back then. Know that it's for sure going to happen again. It's for sure going to happen again. It is. And at that time, actually, I'll say this. Maybe we'll end here. NFTs have been out of fashion for so long, and especially art. They've been out of fashion for so long. It may just happen. It may just be that we have a perfect storm at that point of crypto all-time high, people making stupid money. And NFTs finally becoming kind of cool again, right? Look out when that happens, because that's when things get extra stupid here in the space. And by the way, we suddenly have collectibles on Bitcoin in a way we didn't last cycle. The ultimate flex, the OG chain, the most expensive crypto. That's where people are going to want to have their flex-worthy NFT. That's it. That's the place. That's the scenario. Could happen. I think it does happen. We'll see. There's some cool shit coming, guys. All right. A little long, started a little late, but we made it, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Like always, thank you guys very, very much. We will be live 4:30 p.m. Eastern time right here on SlamX on the afternoon show. We got Joe. We got Henry the Great from the CyberKongs. I'll be there. So, guys, I'll see you in a little bit. Enjoy the rest of your morning. We'll see you.